Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nick from Biggins Gaming, and welcome to the first episode of Are They Worth It, Are They Not, here on MLB The Show 18. So today we are going to be going through the Conquest Part 1 rewards, and I'm just going to say if they're worth it and go through all the players. So, by the way, this is a glitch. So, it says I have him redeemed, Luis Gonzales. Well, first of all, I got these two missions done, but this was before the patch, and before missions sometime didn't count, so they didn't count. So I emailed San Diego Studios, and they're going to get that redeemed, and I'm eventually going to get this Luis Gonzales anytime now. I really should have him right now, but just because of the mission not counting, I don't, and it says I have him redeemed, but I really don't. And another thing that's sort of funny is that earlier, it said redeem now for Cole Hamels, so I thought that maybe I forgot to redeem it, or maybe it just didn't count, so I redeemed it, but now it says I have two of him, so I'm honestly, this Conquest program's pretty messed up right now, not gonna lie, and so I'm just telling you guys that. So we'll start out with the, first good reward you get, and I'll just show you all the bronzes, the Wade Davis, Sean Green, and silvers. All these guys, they aren't really players you want on your normal team, just because they're not that good, so I'm not going to go over them. I'm just going to go through the program and just show if these guys are good. So we'll start out with this 80 overall Joaquin Benoit. He has some decent stats, most notably 93 Ks per 9. He has a changeup, slider, and curveball, and a four-seam. So he has a pretty good pitch selection. He's got decent stats, and he has 91 break. I mean, I like this card, but he doesn't he's not bad, but he's not good enough to make my team. I'm not saying that you shouldn't play him, because I've been grinding this game. I have all diamonds. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying it's sort of sad how much I play this game. But I'm just saying that this card is going to be a pretty good reliever for you starting out. So now for the Adrian Gonzales. This is sort of the same situation. He really doesn't have a spot on my team just because he's a gold. But I strongly recommend him if you're starting out the game, because he has two very good contact stats and his power is decent. His fielding is good, and he's just an all-around good player. So Adrian Gonzales, I'd recommend. Now we're going to go to the Guidry. So this is a very, very good starting pitcher, but he doesn't have a spot on my team. I also recommend this for guys who are just starting out the game. This 81 Guidry is really, really good. He has great pitch selection. He has two good fastballs, a curveball, a changeup, and a slider. And one thing that I strongly recommend is when you're selecting which pitchers you want, always look if they have a changeup, because that is a very essential pitch in this game. I'm not saying don't get them if they don't have a changeup. I'm just saying that some cards might be better than others if they have a changeup, just because it's such a good pitch in this game. It's probably one of the most important pitches. But he has 108 stamina, 88 walks per 9, 64 home runs per 9, 67 hits per 9, 57 Ks per 9, which is sort of concerning, but I just feel like this is a good card. If you want to get a solid lefty starter right out of the gate, then I recommend this Guidry. Next is this Desmond, and he's pretty good. I played him, and all these guys I've played with for the missions, the tally, whatever, with AL, NL players, and then MLB players. So I've played with them, so I'm not just saying them at the top of my head, even though I'm going to do that in future videos for this series. But this Desmond, he's more of a platoon guy, to be honest. If you have a shortstop who's a lefty, who's really only good at lefties, you could platoon Desmond with him. I mean, Ian Desmond is still good against righties. It's just that he's a lot better against lefties with the 86 contact versus lefties. And he has okay speed, decent fielding, and so this card is okay. I mean, he's not one of the best shortstops, but he's not one of the worst. So now we're going to go to Marco Estrada. Now, this card is pretty good. His pitch selection is really good. He has a cutter, which is really, really important. Moving fastballs are also really, really important in this game. He has decent stamina and decent stats. But really, the only thing that prevents me from using this card is how long his damn windup is. You guys know how long Tanaka's windup is. Marco Estrada's is a lot longer than that. And I'm just saying that this card is good and he'll be good for you. But if you're playing a ranked seasons game with him, it might even take an hour. I'm not even going to lie. Because he has such a slow windup. Which is pretty frustrating because I really like this card. It's just that I can't use it because his windup is so long. But if you don't mind that, then go ahead and use him. I'm just letting you guys know that. So now, for the last gold player is going to be this 84 Jim Edmonds, who honestly, I was pretty crappy with. I'll show you my stats with him. Right when I say that, he has a 375 batting average, but he played 33 games, and he didn't really do much for me. I mean, he only got freaking, what am I saying, 33 games? What am I saying? Yeah. Oh, and yeah, it's all these games because I quit out of a bunch of games. 8 at-bats, and I got 3 hits. I mean, the card's okay. I recommend, if you're starting out your team, I recommend you have him just because his fielding is strong and he's good against righties and good against lefties. But I don't know. I just don't really like his swing. So Jim Edmonds is a decent player. I don't know why. I just don't really like him that much. I'm sure you watching will probably like him. But I don't know. Now we'll go into the diamond players, starting with this Cole Hamels, who I think, honestly, is the best reward in this Conquest program. Now come at me. I honestly could care less. His pitch selection, he has a fastball. He has 2 fastballs, which are both really good. And he has a cutter. He also has a cutter. And he has a changeup and a sweeping curve. His pitch selection is by far better than any card that I have at starting pitchers. You have the cutter, which is a moving fastball, which is important. You have the sweeping curve, which is a curveball, which is also important. And you have a changeup and 2 more fastballs. And Cole Hamels doesn't have bad stats. He has really good stats. So I really like this Cole Hamels. I really, really, really recommend you get him. Now we'll move on to the second to last card, which is this Edgar Martinez. And this is another really good card. I mean, you're obviously good when you have 99 contact versus righties, 122 contact versus lefties. Yeah, his power is pretty low, but to be honest, if you play people and you put the PCI on the ball pretty well, he can hit some out. He can hit some homers. I'm just letting you guys know. Really, the only concern about this card is his fielding, but that's literally with every Edgar Martinez card. That's something you can't really limit. So this card's pretty good. Now we'll go to the final reward, which is this 87 Luis Gonzalez. And I'm going to try to tell you guys stuff about him. I really should have him on my team right now. I'm saying this again, that my missions didn't count when I completed them, and I really don't feel like doing them again. And it says I have him redeemed, but I really don't. But this Luis Gonzalez looks really solid. I mean, 103 contact versus right, 98 contact versus left, 71 power versus right, and 41 power versus left. This is sort of like the Edgar, basically. He doesn't have high power, But using his contact, if you square up a ball, he can rip them out of the stadium. Not out of the stadium. What am I saying? You can rip them. You can just get homers. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But you can get some monster shots with him if you just square up a ball. 96 plate vision will really help. 91 clutch. Clutch doesn't really do that much. 72 discipline. He has pretty good fielding. I mean, it's not that good, but it's not that bad. And speed's so that's gonna be it for the first episode of Are They Worth It? Are They Not? I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.